My name is Do Not Obey, and let's get started. Let's get it. Alright guys, welcome back to another video. I wanted to tell you guys my Nana's story. Now, my grandmother, a little history about her. She is an amazing woman. I would say, I guess I can say was, because she has passed, but I don't believe her spirit lost the capability of still being amazing. If anything, she's more amazing, right? Her beautiful name is Evelyn. She didn't lose that either when she passed. And my grandmother was one that was in church if those doors were open, and the last one out when them doors closed. So if church was going on Wednesday, she was there. Friday for her dinner, she was there. Of course, on Sundays, whatever function, my Nana was there. She was an usher in the church. She wore her beautiful white dress, had on her gloves. You couldn't tell her nothing with that collection plate. I'm only giving you this background because I want you to know I'm a jokester. I'm full of life. I play around. But one thing we don't do in our family is play around with demonic stuff. We don't play around with, as you would say, devilish things. Like, we just don't joke around with stuff like that. I've never touched a Ouija board. No offense to those who have. I just personally will never do it. That's just something. I mean, I already see spirits and things that I can't explain, so I intentionally don't want to bring something in evil. I'll leave a link down in the description below. I did do a video on a time where I did see a demon, and it was scary as hell. One day, I was young. I want to say I was probably in elementary school. I'm always watching Unsolved Mysteries, Albert, Hitchcock, Masterpiece Theater, just anything on UFO, aliens, the Loch Ness Monster. I mean, I've been one of those kids, like me and my aunt, especially my aunt. She was really into it, and she opened my eyes to it, and I love her for that. Like, she broke me out of the Matrix back when I was in elementary school. Big ups to you, girl. So my Nana came in, and, we were watching one of the crazy stories, she would say. She believed in stuff. I didn't think she did until the day she told me this story. So my grandma comes in, she sits down, and one of my stories goes off, and, I'm over there talking to her. That was my best friend, and she still is my best friend. And she says, I want to tell you a story. So she tells me a story of when she was a child. It was her and I believe 2 or 3 other of her, I want to say, family members. I think they were cousins. Where she lived when she told me the story, she was not living there then when she was a child. This was in a different area, but in the same town. There was more woods, there was more fields, there were less houses. So my grandma and them were playing in the woods like they always did. They were just playing, running around. I don't know if they were playing a game. I cannot remember. I just know she said they were in the woods. They were playing around, just having fun. They kept hearing a horse in the background. Just the sound of a horse. So as they're getting closer and closer to the sound, my grandma says she starts getting a weird feeling in her stomach, like she felt uneasy and scared and like something was wrong. And I actually have that as well. Something I guess I got from my Nana. So she knew something was bad. She said she couldn't explain it, but she says she knew something was wrong. And she told them, let's turn around, let's not go. I don't want to see it. And they said, no, come on, it's just a horse, a wild horse, or, whoever, it's a horse. Let's go see the horse. So the other girls start walking up in front of my Nana. And as they're getting closer and closer, they come out of the woods. And my Nana says there's like this open field, but there's a lot of trees. Not trees, but grass, like tall grass, like field of grass. And in the sort of in the middle, but off in the distance, there's a horse, as they thought. Now, they're walking. I'm not saying they're up on it. My Nana says they started walking up on it until it noticed them. And my Nana said that they stopped in their tracks when the horse stood up. And when I said the horse stood up, my Nana said the horse stood up like a human. It had the body of a man, arms and legs of a man, head of a horse, hands as hooves, feet as hooves. My Nana said they struck off running. She said she doesn't know what it was. She called it the devil. Who knows what that thing could have been? The picture that I showed you guys in my thumbnail was the closest description in mythology that I could find. Now, I wish I had the internet and stuff back then because me and my Nana could have looked this up. But for her to tell me this story back when I was, I don't know, back in the late 80s, early 90s, and that's what she saw, and she's not one to go tell lies, not one to play like that. Like, my Nana would never play like that, let alone tell me something like that to scare me. Like, my Nana would never do that. And those that know me and my Nana and know my Nana would never do that. So I know my Nana was telling the truth. I know my Nana saw what she saw because I've seen things that I know that I've saw what I saw. And, you know, you believe people or not, but I believe my Nana. So I want to leave you guys with this story. It stuck with me all my life. I wanted to give it to you guys. And if you guys have had any weird experiences or heard any stories from your nanas or pawpaws or aunties or family members, leave a comment below. I'll leave my email address if you guys want to email me, and I'll share the story and just keep you guys anonymous if you want me to do that. So I hope you guys did enjoy this story. And like I always say, guys, do not obey. Stay woke.